So, I'm getting the same feeling right now that I had on 9/11, except instead of all taking place in a blink of an eye, like in 9/11, it's been taking place a long time. As you know, the government's trying to fuck up the food supply. India, we told India not to buy fertilizer. So then by the time, see this? Now by the time you say, oh, India, say no to the fertilizer, don't buy fertilizer from bad Putin. By the time you say that, you are crashing planes into the building. It's you now. That's how they're trying to do this shit. You have to be on board with a narrative that's so bad that it fucking doesn't matter if it happens to you. And it will happen, right? The word tribunal has to be, I mean, you have to get used to the word tribunal because somebody did sign into or authorize certain things such as environmentally green electric military vehicles that you don't gas up in fucking 2 seconds but has to charge for in a wall for 36 hours. I made the last video about that, and there's some shit in the school books that's off the charts ridiculous. Even if you were a black nationalist fucking for the last 10 years, it's enough for you to be like, this is some fucking child grooming shit. This is some fucking weird, out of place, non sequitur shit. Okay. That's why I think that there's a group of people that believes the stream of consciousness is a physical type of, like in a type of intelligence that that people can interact with. It is like stream of consciousness does break apart all wavelengths, but and so that could be put back together, but it will break them apart again even after you put them back together. And so for that reason, some people like the idea of studying people interacting with the stream of conscious. I don't think that shit likes you. I don't think that likes you. The stream of consciousness can't not like anybody. It's for being this. It's charged with being the stream of consciousness. But somebody who heard about it and thinks that the way that it exists is to be interaction with non sequitur. Isn't that like something, a habit you got to break out of? Then you want to talk about shit that you actually know. So like we're being enticed to say to put is to put parameters up for other people that you are not consistent or fulfilling, so they get easy to require other people to do what you won't do kind of shit. And there's not enough people like that for the government, so they gotta attack the food supplies. Fertilizer All this shit is on purpose, man. We're in 9/11 right now. We might not get no tribunals in time and shit like that, but after, if the rule of law ever breaks down or some shit like that, those people better live in a citadel on another continent. They better live somewhere away from people. You know, they better, because once they figure out what the fuck this is, I'm telling you, like, this stressed me. Like, this shit might stress me to death. But there's still gonna be people on the planet after I'm dead and fucking take vengeance on that. Take vengeance on that. Even, I don't look mad enough. I don't look mad enough to be like, to reflect what they are. You know, if you think I'm like a lunatic talking madness, oh shit. Wait till they find out how, I mean, they fucking desensitized, like, I don't know, some people do not have an ability to have a consideration, you know what I mean? Like, they don't care if it's fucking us up that they rock all this Black Lives Matter shit. They don't care if it's fucking us up. At least for now, they can walk around and say Black Lives Matter, and you got to agree, you know what I mean? Like, or you're anti this or anti that, but they don't care that they're fucking us up though. So just keep that in mind. Like, people will need to have friends. More important that they have friends than they know if we're getting fucked up behind their shit. So yeah, you know what I mean? You could do that until, you know, until somebody has to come along and put it down, lay it down for you in another way. It's not nice as me. It's not nice. I'm nice. You might not think I'm nice. You might not think you like me. If you can't imagine tribunals coming or anything like that, and you think it's a cope, or you think that I'm fucking I have a tall order or something like that, I was alive during the 70s. I was alive during the 80s. I was alive during the fucking 90s. I was alive in times when this shit, we're gonna have to go back to some degree of normalcy. It's gonna skip. It's gonna slip. And that slip knot is a cinch. It's gonna grip. It's gonna grip. I can't look. You know, like, everybody's getting accused of treason now. So there's no, I mean, there's still courts. They still have legalese. They still get hung up off words, even if we're not allowed to, because everything's all the same. Just conflate everything together. You know, there's still people who are gonna be upset that they're being used. There's gonna be judges that are gonna be upset how they're being used. There's gonna be people that, if they're not upset now, it's because people are too slow to speak up on their own behalf. Or they're too slow to wake up in the numbers that they need to wake up in. But then something will fucking come along, and they'll have to address it. Then there'll be a blowback, and they kind of tend to overcompensate. So a little overcompensate, so it'd probably be really dangerous for liberals. It'll become a dangerous time for liberals, and I'm not saying I'm with all of that. Before things, you know, evens back out and shit, because even people who are down with the grooming and shit, like, you'll see that their psyches have been traumatized, and they're in a it's a state of like it's a disconnect. It's a disconnect. You know, don't want to accept people making an improvement in their life, or making better decisions, or doing things in the effort that is consistent with promoting other family members, recognizing their effort, being supportive. Not allowed. No, I'm not allowed. That the women in my family are not having it, and it's because they're fucking minds have been fucking controlled. They're being controlled. Women get controlled. Oh my god, women can be controlled. I'm just telling you. There's a couple of ways, and when they're controlled, and you would think that they're evil, but they're not. Like, they're not evil. You know what I mean? It's just that they are some of the most get down with the program type that you can imagine. Like, it was like, damn, you have guts, but at the same time, you're so willing to get down with the program. I'm confused. You can't be a supportive role in a family because you used to be a drunk. Like, that's over now. Like, we're not having it. And the way to get out of it is to make ultimatums and to suggest that there's no way that we can get together without crazy Ahmed losing it. You know what I mean? He's mean. He says mean. Like, all this shit I'm saying right now is some mean, fucked up shit. You know? And I'm saying, like, these women are not evil. You know what I mean? They're not child molesters. You know what I mean? But they will change a baby's DNA if you fucking don't tell them the way that shit is gonna go. Like, women are naturally supposed to lay down laws, men are naturally supposed to enforce them. But fucking, that's one law you're not gonna lay down. And you know what I mean? If you got attitude or anything, bitch, get the shit slapped out of you. I'm not giving a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So, like, it's not my kid, and I'm not slapping the shit out of anybody for their kid. But I told my mom and sister that I told my sister, if your man slapped the shit out of you, I'm gonna support that. And my mom was like, don't talk to her like that. And I was like, you're just conveniently too old to get this shit slapped out of you. You're just conveniently too old for anybody to slap the shit out of you. Shut the fuck up. So I guess I'm a mean guy now. I'm a meanie. Because you could just fucking fuck babies up from their DNA. DNA is a form of occupation. DNA is how you occupy in the physical domain, in the physical state. DNA is how you occupy. You know what I mean? Space is all around us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're like, we exist simultaneously in the same domain as this is just space and vibration. It's just space and vibration, and your DNA is hold you to the physical form. So there's never no notion of me to say, let's start fucking with that. Let's start fucking with hormones. Hormones regulates everything. Why the fuck? Okay, never mind. Enough with the logic. Obviously, there's something to attribute to fucking malice. That you probably don't want to hear me cry about being the bad guy, because everybody needs to be that or bad guy, or at least the men need to be that bad guy and not get no kudo right now, because it's a brownie point for a white knight and good boy that want to strike a good boy chord. And don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Go with your instincts and your God-given senses, and fucking fuck everybody. Fuck everybody.